Like, no circle, no matter how bad, can be that bad for them. And speaking of bad, well, DA, we saw them yesterday set up a bridge camp. Now they're trying to do so again, but casualties on both sides. I believe it might just be Lyron alive. No, there are two here. It's just Rustamar, though, alive on the side of BBL.
Yeah, Michael got flashed out very early on. Rustamar returns it, though, and Lyron, just as he gets in the vehicle, gets shot out almost immediately, and Rustamar takes him down for sure, and that just leaves Code Mark, and I think his position is known as well. Rustamar walks down the ridgeline, though. He's got plenty of angles to peek Marco now from, as he makes his way towards his teammate as well. But, yeah, I'm not sure if he's got the better chance here. Rustamar does have the revive on one of his teammates in just a couple of seconds. Maybe the nade's going to do damage.
Let's see if it does. If it doesn't, Marco really wants to get this kill, really wants to get this over with. They want to reset, they want to get ready to rotate forward. Because AfterAlt is wrapping it right behind him. Smash got rest, but got taken down again, and there you go. Marco able to win it, but as I was just saying,
you can see it's almost entirely open space all around that compound.
Yeah, Correxy, one in, doesn't found anything, but they're well aware that they have Perfectix sat inside, spotting, ooh, with the Grocer as well. Batoon's taken up from afar.
Okay, that's a headshot as well. He confirms it. Correxy. I mean, something's happening to these headshots all around at the moment on this first very map. I mean, if we saw clear, we see Corexy now. The snipes are just on point.
Yep, sure are. Corexy lops one more nade in there. Again, they know exactly where they have him. It's just a matter of him not really wanting to make the fully committed push when he's on his own, and I don't hold him forward. While Perfectus is alone, he's a beast of a player, so don't want to take it too lightly, don't want to take any chances here. Wait for the teammates to arrive and then deal with them together.
Yeah, I can't... Look, that blue zone grenade, if that would have been combined with a push, I feel like FaZe should have already made a move. No, don't you? I feel like that's taking way too long for my liking, and I'm not sure. That isn't FaZe-like to make these kinds of delays on the pushes. But
for FaZe, if possible, try and clear out what's happening down here and wait for Orgless now and AfterAlt to fight one another, and then third party. You need to be the only team on your side of the circle in this situation.
Western Samolet spots on Enan, but Enan's still going to get the first one. Enan, he's going to get the second one. He's looking for it, but they're getting shoulder back, and that is a cleanup against Orgless. FaZe and AA AfterAlt, obviously.
Yeah, and FaZe needs to continue. They need to take the fight to AfterAlt now as well. Gustav, nice angle down below. That's level 3 helmet to protect him on those peaks. But that nade, no, gonna be close. Should be able to get back to cover. As I say that, no, the second from Enan finds him.
And it's a quick trade coming out from both of these teams as the blue zone continuously pushes, as they will have less and less time now. Corexy doesn't really spot a player from AA just by the wrist, and it is Enan who's trying to get these shots off, but James straights him out either way. Denimon still's got that huge row. James, he gets the second one. Can he get the third? He pushes this one out, but the third one is a bit too much. Klim will shut him down. It's still a 2-on-3 as Gustav surely is going to plead out here as well.
Yeah, went for the flush and it came to bite him, and now, just like that, Fex is all alone. There are so many points for FaZe to find down here, should Fex be able to find the confirm, but look at this now. FUT Esports taking the points away from FaZe, who did all the work to try and get this one confirmed. Because this fight down here has to happen at some point too.
Yeah, we're still going to talk about how much this round is FUT's round to lose. Klim is actually going to take that 1v1. They will take him down. Hibaku actually, it wasn't been Klim. Don't let yourself go full. Hibaku got their last shot.
All hell of a lot, and now Exalt. Smokes deployed. They have to go somewhere. Pick your fight. Do you go to Pubg? Do you go to FUT Esports? I think I would have picked FUT Esports too, but right now Rox is hitting all the shots he has.
Yeah, I mean, next I didn't think it was going to be that hard for them to get out of the compound, but the sidelines are just too good. And Pubg, how are they not getting shot by, how are they not getting found by footballists right now? I think FUT Esports is still trying to solidify their position inside the next safe zone before they take this next fight. I think they just want to play this one as safe as they can.
Yeah, playing for the win here. They got 3 of them yesterday. Why not start off? Yeah, just take a few shots, make sure that you know exactly where they are. Vart now would have really wanted to hit that one on Nagatori, but saw the second one as well. Has some nades still to work with also, but he's going to be in a 1v2 down here, and I think Rox might be able to get the angle on him in a second. Yep, he's trying to force him back now once again.
This isn't even too bad what Pubg is doing right now. Somehow they found some footing in this next circle, in this last phase, towards the southern side. They don't have the ridgeline, but they can still very much hit the shot. Vart is opening things up, though, and he's still got the ridgeline to potentially go for the second one. No nades anymore in hand, but this might still be enough. He should see Rox, and then meanwhile, Rox is going to put down T-Bone, makes it a 2v2.
Yep, goes for T-Bone, finds the flush as well. Now, 2v2, just like that. VARD, 1 HP!
1 HP!
Able to back off, but he cannot get tagged by that blue. He has to keep moving on the inside. One hit would be him down and out, and then we're all on 8C to come out victorious here. They haven't found the flush on pin just yet, so there might just be a chance for the rest to come through, but I don't see how that happens.
Smoke grenade launch on hand. VARD is going to try to go for some more space, and this situation has just been turned around completely. Pod has suddenly got the best positions in the game, and they are able, at least Roxas, unless that nade does lots of damage. I wanted to say, or even takes him down, they should be able to have the advantage in terms of who has to move earlier out onto the open, but the smoke's out there. VARD still looking for that Hakatori player on the eastern side. But he doesn't go for the revive yet. He sees Rockstone, takes him down! Headshot to top it off as well. And that brings it back 2-on-1. FUT back with the advantage.
VARD finds one. And now it's just Hakatori trying to make the crawl on forward. It was looking like it was going to slip away from FUT Esports. But let's see now if VARD nades can bring this one home. Blue Zone nades lopped on forward. That flash is going to keep VARD blind for at least a good 5-6 seconds. He is out of play. He's out of effect. But Hakatori also doesn't really have any more room to maneuver. He needs to move on to the forward.
Oh, he spots him right center. Hakatori takes down VARD though. And this brings it back. 1-on-1 scenario. How close can this get? And look at this. Rox is even able to maybe potentially forward some of the information on towards that 8C, on towards that last FUT Esports player who is 8C. But so far, he doesn't see Hakatori! Oh my goodness, how in the hell did they win that late game? Not today, is what Spyro's saying as well. Even though he gets headshot and absolutely blasted off there. But he wanted to shoot on towards Entropiq. He will be revived. Lucaro's opening things up against AA, who have made themselves at home here. Word around that bunker. Lucaro's gets shut down by Clem though. How the hell did that just happen? And Naylor gets shut down as well. Clem somehow turns it around. Double knock from his side. And Irish suddenly is the last player alive. He gets headshotted on the rotation already. That might just give AA the opportunity, if they do find the angle, to wipe this off clean.
Yeah, I mean, you say somehow. I say great timing, great positioning. More starting to get chipped off as the hunt continues, but Quetba able to back off. Able to stay safe. Issue for Lyron is he's all on his own down there, so would have really wanted to get that first knock.
I hope he's got like a smartwatch on right now, because I want to see his heart rate just jump from probably what is like close to 100 to like 140. That was a jump scare if I've ever seen one. Unfortunately for Lyron, he's not going to pick up the kill point. Something that I feel like he definitely should have. And look at this, Orgless is now clearing this one very methodically. But they have to be careful not fighting too long, otherwise Exalt might just pull up on this.
Yep. As this fight goes on, Twisted Minds fight up in the north side of the zone, but here on it, again and again, they know exactly where they have him. One more should do it. As a matter of fact, it's going to be the nade line when does end up going down.
As Existence is going to take him down, that's a little out of the round as well. And I was talking about, you know, maybe things got more spicy. Entropiq out, Twisted Minds on a very tough edge with only 2 players. Maybe not even Spyro was going to make it in. Maybe the hopes have just been shattered as well.
Yep. Chris falls as well. Ascent tries to creep further forward, but in this pile of players up here towards the Olympiad, only so many can fit on through. And for HOWL now, they're having to deal with the rest of the Ascent players. If they do here, they're just going to run from one fight into another. Good thing for them is at least they found Killikai.
And that's going to entry things up. Apocalypse gets the knock on the flash. 4 kills for HOWL. Yeah, definitely. Twisted Minds has found an entry, almost an entry on that side. And look at that, Perfectix. What a shot. Oh, and Spyro's in a perfect position to potentially catch this off guard. Do they know that Spyro's there? They're focusing at the door. Spyro's just going to let them pass. Where are they going, though? Oh, Spyro's just behind them.
Oh, no. This is horrible timing. And those nades coming in now ain't going to make things any easier at all.
I think.
He's going to throw it out and up one more nade forward. Doesn't find the knock somehow, but they're all tagged. They're all wounded. Matt isn't rest yet either, and Schofield is down to 1 HP. Had Spyro had more utility to work with, this would have been perfect, but they have to go to the fight now. They have to go forward. Spyro finds one. If he get anything additionally, peeks on over, goes to the second as well. Will be taken down in the end.
That's just tough. As I said, that circle is tough for anyone outside of it.
Yep, not easy at all. Muldog now with the flanker out, finds the double onto HOWL, onto Schofield. Forced to try and back off here. It's so difficult to fight through these bars. As you can see, a lot of the bullets kind of being tanked by the fence lines there. It's not easy, but here comes AfterAlt again. How do we get down to this position? How do we get to the walls? Well, the best way to do it is take the fight straight on.
And oh my goodness, look at this breach. It seems like this is working. The first fight is finished. Suddenly, it's only Schofield and Larza left alive. And even though, excuse me, only one player from Exalt is in here as well, so that very much makes it possible for them to just go in. But 2 more knocks going the way of, I do believe, Exalt, as Denimon gets flashed out too.
I love how Solve is just backfilling this as a solo going, you know what? You fight down there, I'll just prone right here and do nothing more in the meantime. This fight, well, it was gonna take, like, bring down a lot of players with it. I don't think anyone in this area with the amount of smoke, the amount of third-party potential from other teams could ever expect to take this fight without taking casualties. The good thing for Orgless is they haven't really had to, like, overextend to overcommit to it. And have just been picking people off from afar. And now, with 4 still alive, again, liking that they're backing off here. Don't want to go too aggressive.
And Klim will finally eliminate that last Exalt player. Still not a great position, but they salvage as much as they can. If they do get that net res up, it's still very much possible to make something happen with the duo. As you can see, it's not only Orgless in this compound, it's HOWL, but they are only on a duo as well. AA is not out of this game yet.
Nope, and this is a pretty good catch-up game. Not only did FUT Esports die early, but tops, I believe there's only one in the current top 8 that is still alive, with 7 teams still remaining. So a lot of these bottom teams are going to be able to catch up quite a decent chunk of points. Schofield wanted to go for a smart play there, but forced off. Can't even get the rest up on Larza either. He's going to have to play this one alone.
I was thinking they're going to go this way. Schofield. Oof. Did they not spot him? Schofield is just going to let them pass as well. Schofield could push it. Oh, and the deployable shield coming out. The deployable shield coming out. I absolutely love it. Did Baku see him now? No, he still didn't see him. He could jump and see him, but apparently he didn't.
If he sits up here, he's going to be in for a surprise. I mean, obviously Schofield hears them right across, but with the smoke
they know it, right?
And now Yep. Klim able to get his kill number 5.
Sometimes even better staying on the edge in these kinds of circles because they tend to be really chaotic with these. A lot of these positions aren't really judgeable. Like, you can't really judge how good Orgless' position is right now, despite them we have a center.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to get out of there eventually, that's for sure. The game is going to end inside of the perimeter, though, so they have to get across or around this wall eventually. TAEGO's nice angle with the MK12 in hand. Able to do a lot of damage. Find the knock onto Levante as well, but can't get too greedy because now Ibaku is peeking from the other side.
But Ibaku gets shot down immediately by Ronix. MK14. The headshot comes through. It's only... excuse me, Klim gets shot down. It's only Baku now left alive on that wall. And as the circle is going to move in just about 10 seconds, that res is something that is definitely very risky. He's going to go for it anyways. BFG is still playing that wall. And as you see, the sidelines on pod, as soon as AfterAlt is down, will surely be used to their advantage. Tech is another one onto Hurricane.
Yeah, Bitfix can't really do a whole lot to try and play aggressive until they have secured, or being completely cleared out 180 ounces. They're the only ones who have to make a move. Currently, they need to worry about them. Issue is, AfterAlt are now solidly within 8 distance, and Bitfix are feeling the hurt from it.
I thought there was going to be a second knock surely coming in from AA. After that first great nade took him off his feet. Physics has to be revived immediately. Now the zone is still hugely in their favor, but no one is coming right now. There's another nade. How did he survive that one? He's still living, and Physics has just been revived as well. I don't think there's any utility left, otherwise they surely would have thrown it. But AA keeps on giving. This is finally opening things up. Ibaku, when is he going to go down? It has to be a matter of time at this point.
They have a good angle up here, but there's also only one they can really peek from. They have to try and spread out, utilize more of this roof and quet pub from down below. Let the players up above throw the flashes, let the players down below get the kills. Smart spread of responsibilities as AfterAlt continue to crawl their way forward. Again, Bitfix has to get inside. The game ends pretty much on where Quetbus currently sat.
Yeah, they can use that high ground position to the buildings until pretty much the very end. So it's gonna be very ironic though. Makes it a 3-on-3. Now, if he finds another one, this whole goal on taking AA out of that ridge, out of that wall, might just shift on towards taking out Orgless now, but the zone is closing, and BFG, they're going to have to find a solution on this one.
The only place they can get in without having to vault would be up towards that east side, and now that's in the blue as well. So Ironic does manage to make his way on in, but Physics is still yet to make that transition. Jumps up on the US, will have to get on over. The issue is in that corner, I don't believe they can continue further forward. They need to go up, but further down the line. Where they're currently sat, they can't get around. I think Physics is going to die to blue if it doesn't get out from there.
Yeah, I think BFG is pretty much done at this point. Orgless is surely going to hold all the angles, but they do have to worry about both of them. And I don't think anyone's covering the outside of it right now. Look at this. Klim takes out Tekken's Wesson against Ibaka. One team is finally dealt with, and that's AfterAlt. And that means BFG has at least secured a second place. But I don't think there's anything in them. More, at least, in this round. Not more than the second one. Surely.
Say that. One more going down. Nope. Just physics of life now. He's been seen outside now. What do? Have one guy hold, maybe two guys hold, and have one stat safe inside. Physics though does find one. Will get taken down by the Vector in the end. So Orgless, a team who as well did not have a good start to this tournament, able to turn things around here in game number 2 of the day.
I'm anxious to see what Twisted Mind is going to do now. Because we once again have the one and pretty much first position team and the second one fight off immediately on that edge. This is an interesting fight now, but Tulins to get the flash on Beam. We didn't quite catch it. Yes, it's been the flash on Beamy, and that just leaves AC. We didn't see the beginnings of this fight, but this looks very dominant for Twisted Minds. They will surely just wrap around these smokes, and I don't want to hype myself too much because it's still 30 points different. Klepto in the distance somehow finds once again a headshot over distances that just should not be possible, and it's still one alive. AC still very much inside that smoke. He's on 1 HP, but he can heal up.
He's been down to 1 twice now, and somehow still able to live through this one. As I say that, Spiro sprays through the smoke, finds a headshot, and that is FUT once again out. Last game it was 0 points. This time around it's just 1.
Yeah, FUT doesn't have to worry. You know, you're cool. But still, I mean, these are the rounds where you want to solidify your positions. Maybe even just a couple of points will make it so much easier, especially since Twisted Minds, they are catching up. Slowly but surely, they are creeping up that leaderboard situation. 7 frags already, and we haven't even arrived in phase number 5. It is a tough entry for them, though.
Where's Smith in front of his teammates? That's a smart decision. For Ibaka, though, you have to imagine he's dead in, well, now. As I say that, not quite the case, though. Spins around, somehow is allowed to find Chris. You're all there.
That's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. That's a Sen losing another one. Mika gets found through the smoke as well. Hubuki and Kilyakai being flushed too. Oh, this could not get any worse for Sen. They already are in 12th place right now. Presco, who's had such a massive performance yesterday, 12 kills on his lonesome, is the last one to potentially get his teammate back up and make something happen in round number 9 of the grand finals. But it's, oh man, it's looking tiresome for them. They can't find a footing in this grand finals so far, at least game number 2. Excuse me, day number 2.
Let's see, correct. Wraps around the back spot. Schofield able to get the knock, but has to instantly swing back the other direction. He is somewhat alone on. He is waiting for James to kind of engage up from the north side, but now, I mean, honestly, this couldn't be timed any more perfectly, because with Twisted Minds pushing up towards him, that's going to be HOWL forced to look the other direction.
And look at this, yeah, as you said, this is interesting now. Like we were saying, Twisted Minds is going to get a very tough entry, but they're stopping at the blue zone, almost to the meter, and they will be farmed away. But as I'm saying, this HOWL is getting problems as well. They will be shot in their back. One player only has been finished from Twisted Minds, and the second one, they've got 34 seconds to potentially revive this, and they will do so. Look at this now. Apocalypto wants to go aggressive against FaZe Clan. They're breaching this tower, but no one's there. No one's there to greet him. They thought Corexi was going to be closer.
He is. He's actually trying to run off with him, but the issue is Naleb is sat on the hillside, and he must have... Gustav, the savior from the other side. They're resting miles out in the open, but Gustav is keeping his team safe, and look at where he's doing it from. He is in the open himself.
And he stays just behind that ridge. I don't think he can be shot at. Apocalypse knows exactly where he is, but that's so frustrating. He can't do anything about it. And James, he just got ran off with, and he is going to be up on his feet again. The blue zone comes in now. There's going to be enough time to heal it. Maybe they can even get the return on this one. They are driving now. Corexi gets the first one. Apocalypse hits the ground, and maybe the second one surely is going to fall too. HOWL is in shambles, but both of these have suddenly been taken down too. That just leaves Gustav.
Yep, now another fight. Bruce, as it I was gonna say unfolds, but it also ended as soon as it started, as BBL are completely demolished by Bitfix up towards the northern side of the circle. Ran into trouble early on, and the trouble followed them all the way through to the end. In 13th, they go down. Lassa, though, one of last 2 players alive on HOWL's team, needs the mat up here with him to take out Gustav. Somehow Gustav, with little to no space to maneuver, is still alive.
Yes, and he's still playing around that smoke. Braxton, the meanwhile, is going to take down Orgless. Make sure he's getting into that top 11. But Surely that nade is gonna clean things up. No, Mads has only got flashes as well now. Maybe a Molotov behind the smoke. Laza should be able to get some more damage in though. Gustav, how is he still living throughout all of this? How is... I mean, they do have time, but they're not pressuring this either.
Not in a hurry at all. Just let that smoke straight away. Don't take any chances. And then peek together. Smart play from HOWL there. Again, not in a hurry to do anything. They have the entire South under their control. So play it slow. And in the meantime, Perfectix eats a nade. And then the Matt peeks on over, finds Spear, and that is going to be twisted. Mine's out.
Someone that stream said that. Not my words. Don't blame me, please. But yes, I mean, they are scary. Even as a two-man right here, they have the high ground. I'm sure they're going to do something with it as well.
Stone Mika. They have the circle center. They have vehicles upside down, which grants them plenty of cover. But they can't be too kind of eager on these peaks, because they could potentially get pushed up on from behind. The good thing for them is, though, all the players down on this side, they can't really focus on them. Because because push and shoot knows that ADR is right down below, because they know that WINORDIE is right up here, they have to focus on teams closer. They have to focus on the immediate threats, and right now, that's the teams here.
Look at this, DA is going to breach this ridgeline now. As you said, immediate teams that do have to be dealt with. Nades are coming in. Hiruzen goes down. The flush with the nade follows immediately after. That's another one. Assistance goes down as well. But this doesn't look as clean as it could have possibly been, as Liren is, Trellix is on the ground. Liren is already picking it back up, though. But they still have to be careful. DA is not too safe as of right now. This could still mean a casualty.
Yeah, sure could. They do manage to get the rest on up, though. And, with push and shoot dealt with on the north side, I think they know not to fear anyone from the far north. But that ridgeline is still very open. I'm surprised they haven't deployed a smoke, anything yet, to make sure that spot is free. They want to secure, though, the spot on the other side. And here comes the peek on over. But Boogie finds a double instantly again. No smoke deployed. They even had one to use, but got greedy. Didn't respect the angle, and Boogie makes them pay.
And that's what I was saying. They are not safe off of casualties on the ridgeline, because 180R has got the angles. Not only 180R, Sanders right now is chiming in as well. You can see Brex getting a frag on towards Code Marco. So all the flashes has been stolen. Wubiki makes his way further. We've seen him do absolutely massive things in the playoffs. Can he once again shine for his team? So far he has, but he has been taken down to low HP as well. Take things a little bit slower, maybe, just maybe. But then again, it's been working out for him either way. Look, he peeks around. He gets the third, but it is not done yet. There's still one left alive from DA. How are they doing this? No, excuse me. They have now been eliminated. Turrican, I think, do believe, got that last one. I was a bit confused there with the timing of the observing. But either way, they will clean up the south side. And I was saying, the south side of the ridge, it's not safe off of any casualties. 180R's got the angles, and they will continuously wrap around.
Yep, it sure seems like they will. As they now get to slow things down for a bit. The thing is, they hurt Ivar's wrap around here. They hurt Entropiq on this side, and Hicks is very much in a bad position, but the nade trade comes through, and now it's a matter of who can fortify, who can come over here and regroup. Lukerux does have the jump. He has the better position. Doesn't want to go for the immediate flush, though. Doesn't want to go for the immediate rest either. Wants to kind of assess the situation. Wants to figure out where his opponents are. And with shots coming in from the other side now, he knows from trying to get a better angle.
Oh my goodness, Lucarix, if he only would have known, he had to hit one shot there to get the second knockdown. As Braxco falls, Wubuki is just not stoppable in this one. He took down Braxco just before that as well. Hurricane wants to do his on his lonesome though. 2 flashes, and he just barely didn't peek across that ridgeline far enough.
Wubuki falls to prone down. And with Lucarix now getting the people on the side, a little bit of a bait angle there, can't do a whole lot, and Entropiq out victorious. I thought that had ADR written all over it, but a little mistiming on their push over the top takes them down. And now on the other side of the circle, yet another fight unfolds as HOWL and PUT take it 1-1. Lassa, solo player left alive here for the team of HOWL. No vest to work with at all. Has rocks at real low HP though.
He's got a bandage
and
up.
He dies to blue. Wow.
That's, yeah. Still, though, Laza, I mean, he has a bandage up. That's the kind of situation he's in, though. Quick want to touch on the Shen. This is looking like it's going to be the best round in the grand finals. No. And it's off of just a random send into one of the spots that they thought was open, where they lost Chris. I kind of want to say unnecessarily on in an unfortunate way. But suddenly, they're with Entropiq and HOWL in a winning position. How did that just happen? The Shen playing it off cool.
Ives peeks on forward. Mika able to get the trade on through. So right now, that is just playing out perfectly for HOWL, really. The team currently sat down in the bottom of the leaderboard. 13th place at that. Brexco does get the nade lobbed on Obo, so he's going to be able to take him down, but Brex should not be allowed to get the rest here. He's sprinting down the road, but those who get seen, you can see that both Matt and Lassa are running in this direction. I think here's the footsteps now.
I think so. Brexco's got to get the 1v2. He gets the first one. Headshot comes through, and he's got the ridgeline to top it off. He's got one more nade and one more Molotov. Can he do the impossible? Mika has bled out, so no more teammates to support him. More shots coming through. Flush goes the way of his end. That makes it a 1v1. Laja, sure, he's done incredible things, but this one is not safe yet.
It is sure not, especially considering that it doesn't have a vest, it doesn't have any utility, and he only has bandages to heal on up. Still money to work with the Brexco, not that that's going to have much impact, but I like the flank play here. Issues for Lassa. Brexco has tried to execute the same thing. He has no clue that he's trapped underneath, but shots are missed. Crucial shots being missed here by Brexco.
He shots up the Molotov, goes a little bit too short. He's still got one more, excuse me, to use the nade, but he's got one more flash. Lies to the right of the tree. Brexco doesn't expect him. Flash comes out. Brexco still gets the peak. And Ascent in an impossible scenario. Make it work. With that Ascent, they will win the round and find themselves in a chicken dinner with 10. Somehow, 10 kill points to top it off as well. What's a game coming in from Ascent?
Obviously, they're going to try and assess that situation. And in the meantime here, Correxy, headshot connected onto a boogie. Would have really wanted to get that knock, though, because now they know exactly where they have them. Now they know that FaZe is in the nearby vicinity. Usaf,
though, gets hit from miles away. Rastama is sustain this one. And says, just be careful if you want to fight this, go ahead, but we'll have an angle on this. At least to some degree. In some other way else, this shouldn't be a problem, though. And FaZe Clan, it seems like they really want to come in towards them. I mean, they do have the advantage. They've got players all around it. They've pretty much got us around. This is the PUBG equivalent of FBI open up on this at this point.
We'll see now. Here's James finds one. Is that going to be them full speed sending it forward? They still have to find a couple of players. Still have to figure out exactly where they're positioned. So for FaZe Clan, can't go too overzealous. Can't get too eager here, which we might just run into trouble. We've seen Eddie already land some really good shots and fights already. Now James forced to thrown on down while the rest of the team is fighting. Boogie finds one. Higgs finds one as well. And that's just what I was saying. FaZe needed to figure out exactly where they had their opponents. They didn't in time, and now it all rests on Gustav to try and turn this around.
And he's going to get one clean flick, maybe gets the second one, shits it through the smoke, but the last two shots are missing. And even though 180R is massively having the man advantage right now, it isn't safe just yet. Gustav's position is known, but he can still make something happen. First aid goes through. He should know where one of the players is. He's even aiming at the corner. The timing doesn't work out on both sides. Now he gets put in the bag, and Hickses will shut it down. FaZe Clan is eliminated in last place.
Very well happened. Let's see now here with HOWL. Pushing towards Bitfix. I think actually trying to kind of fortify this position that Lasso was already sat in. Schofield, first one to fall. HOWL is still yet to really get anything going during this match. Damage coming through, but surprisingly enough, kind of contradicting the whole shotgun game. Doesn't find enough. Yeah, one shotgun. Hello. Yeah. There you go. HOWL able to survive it.
Let's see. They are slowly but surely making their way inside. They do feel like something is suspicious around here, right? They feel it. This is on the green team. Let's clip up that nade. Oh, that could have given it away. And the second one doesn't hit anyone either. At least doesn't take anyone down. But that nade would have been perfect.
Issue here is even if they do get one, I feel like you're still. I mean, that might just be a blessing in disguise for ADR, because they still have the ankles, and it's so damn difficult to push this. Vartno does manage to spot Hicks. First one falls. Beamy caught in the open, taken down. Now one more falls from Pubg. Finds a second. Hurry finds a third, and now it's just Mod. And just like that, once again, ADR dismantling EMEA partner teams on their approach to this building.
On how well these names were, and it could have very much gone differently as well. Chris gonna take one out, gets traded by the AWM of Danimon though. Barely. I thought he was behind the ridge down already, but gets shot in the back, just enough to take him down.
Yeah. Let's see now, Mika tries to run further forward, able to dodge that nade, but the threat is still far from over, as he's now up close with AfterAlt, just on the other side.
Oh, it goes a little bit too far. Enan doesn't get touched by it, Danimon not either. But they should know that Mika is still very close to this. Mika does have support in his bag. It is Brexco on the ridgeline covering him, so Danimon can peek straight down. 118 going through. I don't think that one is cooked well enough either, but the zone is doing its work, and right now they don't need to do anything. In theory, though, but Danimon peeks over. The timing is perfect. Mika goes down just as Brexco doesn't cover anymore. It's the first casualty for Ascent.
Yeah, maybe the first of a few to come, depending on how AfterAlt opts to play this one. They kind of have to take the fight to them. They can't just full speed send it across. Instead, they send it through, or straight into, I should say. Kilyakai gets blessed with a freebie of a double as they come flying down straight into his open arms. Down there in the middle in the meantime now, push and shoot again. Didn't want to take the fight to Twisted Mind, so now they have to take the fight to BBL.
And it's going to be a 2-1-4 as two of the players have already rotated towards the next safe zone. Smash is opening up with one. He looks for the second one. He can't just get it. Maybe the nade to follow it off.
I do like the timing to push and shoot because they saw BBL send two players across. They saw Clip and Rustamar leave to flex out in towards the circle, flex out to the shack on the other side, and that's what allowed them to make the aggressive play forward. But so for Smash and Michael, if you can now, leave. Of course they want to stay, of course they want to get the flush and the knock player they already have. But you can see Smash now, as he was about to peek through on that side, he instantly ran off the other direction. I think someone called him back, someone said, Smash, no, we don't do this 2v4, let's just play with our teammates.
Ooh, the best to be careful. If he goes down, that would be the worst case scenario. With Smash, the only real position he just evacuated himself onto is the building still inside the compound. They still haven't made their way through. Now Smash gets another one. I feel like that's a third knock so far, but no flushes and not a real problem so far for Push to hold this off.
Let's see. Now, Exalt up on the roof. They have to take this fight to Orgless pot. Trying to dodge and weave as this fight unfolds, not wanting any third-party piece of this. Marco finds ADR. That's good nade slopped on forward, but ADR, I mean, a lot of points coming their way this game as well with 7 kills.
Yeah, Fate looking for the entry on this fight. But yeah, same with them and Push. They need to make a move anytime soon. 46 seconds to the next zone. They're running out of options at this point, and Pod is just waiting for this to happen and to potentially shut this into chaos even further and potentially farm them as soon as they get out. Nakop with a nade on towards Monodog, but this isn't over yet. Still 6 players left alive in their building, and they all have to evacuate themselves. And
while the chaos commences in the building, Twisted Minds is sat just south of it, or north of it, I should say, taking them out as they try to leave. All of these players are feeling the hurt of the blue on their side, and now as soon as they get into the circle, they all get torn to pieces.
Wow, I was fearing that for both of these teams. Maybe one player can make it out. No, it's going to be demolished by Levante. He heads the headshot and picks up the 3rd kill in this round. And yeah, 3 kills. It's all on him. Levante is having a good game.
And here comes Entropiq. Somewhat quiet game for them here in the first Miramar of the day.
Out of the top 4, it's still 3 left alive. And at the moment, the way these zones have been working, the last game, we might just see another sense chicken that is just in theory. One more knock comes out. Ibis gets one, and this is just farming. This is just absolutely farming for them. Driving down the ridgeline, not too hard in terms of hitting these shots, and even Pin gets cleaned up. Easy. What's important, though, is Entropiq got all 4 of these frags, and no one could bet an eye on them.
Ooh, nail up, nice shots connected, double headshot onto one. Mexi finds the other. Go from one fight straight to the next, and now it's Twisted Minds feeding the herd. As Entropiq is still inside the circle with full control of this ridgeline. Spiro tries to find something to throw down behind, but that ain't gonna happen either as Ivers finds him underneath the vehicle. 10 kills for Entropiq. Just like that, they had 3 just before.
And look at this, BBL is now finally making the run downwards. They aren't spotted from up top just yet, but they do want to just clear out Ascend because I think at this point they know they're not going to win this round either. More shots are coming in. Ascend with the opportunity to make something happen. Kill your guy, gets down though. It's the Molotov from Rustamar somehow. And look at this Brexco, he's not even in the shack. No one's realizing that. Brexco has found himself a sneaky position inside a bush. Can you believe it? While Entropiq keeps on clearing out this edge. No, I think Michael was literally shooting at it because he knows where Brexco is to make sure that Entropiq in turn spots him so he gets taken out. Yeah, I think that's literally what might have just happened.
Trying to inform them. Come on, guys, take him out. He's prone over there. But Entropiq ain't really all about that. Doesn't want to peek it too much now. As a matter of fact, Flash has been lobbed the other direction. Entropiq still have yet to find Brexco. Now Michael, first one to fall. And again, Brexco just hiding this one out. Trying to play placement points. Trying to claim 1 extra over this one. And he will succeed in doing so. And there's like that. He dies instantly after. Nailup finally able to spot him. I believe Mexi actually might have been the one to see him. But Entropiq, huge game for Entropiq. And once again, I mean, for Ascent, even though they didn't win, full speed YOLOing in it to the middle of the circle kind of worked out for them. Will get traded instantly in return as the falls to Entropiq. And now, BBL pulling up on Orgless, first one to fall, but instantly nailed up there with a response, finding to return.
There's just no chance for them to get any footing in this one. Suddenly it's smashed. Does he has a shotgun? That's probably the biggest question we're asking. He doesn't need one. Oh, the barrel headshot against Nercorp, and he takes him down. Look, this is not over despite them losing almost all of the players on that breach. It is only Honor left. Yep. Somehow the shots from all of the outside players have been enough. And look at that. Even the nade comes in. How did he not die? How did he not die? You know, a couple of these picks up Rustam. Oh, new nade comes in.
Dead.
He's dead. He's to be so careful. Yeah. Unfortunate. And look at that. They're not even going to stop with James. They're going to take down one from AfterAlt as well. Rox and Akatori on the far eastern side. Have to be careful, though, because the ridge line has not been cleared yet. I'm not sure if they've got the information. Yes, they have. Okay, Akatori opens things up with another headshot. And FaZe finds themselves in the middle of it. Despite James dying, they will be part of this fight too.
Pulling up in the compound right next to him. Vart, obviously, has heard this as well. Instantly finds Vex.
And look at this, T-Bone has already pushed up on the other side of it. T-Bone sneaks in. This could be disastrous for FaZe Clan. Corexi doesn't have any idea. Is he just walking into T-Bone at this point? It's the one player you don't want to walk into. He even gets a couple of damage off. But it doesn't matter. T-Bone's shutting him down. Corexi being flushed as well. And that just leaves the rest of the team to group up on this and push Gustav out. There shouldn't be a way in which Gustav could make this work. Make the flash.
See, tries to make the aggressive play forward. Not gonna happen. Vart finds a double, and I feel like you have, like, there's some meme you can make about FaZe being cursed in these buildings today, because at least in the last two Miramar games, they have been absolutely demolished on entry in these warehouses. Same way as Zenin just got taken out.
When the players up on the ridgeline now push the street, they aren't exactly in a good spot, but as I say that, they are rotating out by car.
Yep. Speaking of by car, here comes FUT Esports. 8C finds the double. That's absolutely huge with T-Bone going down. Levante does get one from behind, and Pin is now trying to come up and help out as well. But 8C, so much damage coming through. I thought with T-Bone dying early, that was going to be them down, but 8C is able to turn it around. And now, with Vart still behind, you'd have to imagine the pin falls too.
How is he not dead yet? Vart should clearly have an angle on this, but 8C pulls up to the ridgeline, gets a double, just as much as Ascent needs right now. But their pull-up does not work out just as well as 8C's did. Brexco suddenly the last player left alive. The rest of it doesn't even make it to the shack, so that play, even though I like the thinking process behind it, won't be as successful for us as Brexco gets shut down as well. Mad is going to have an easy time clearing him.
Yeah, it was a hard fight to hard fight to take, and DA were just there, ready and waiting, essentially, for them to pull up on it. Let's see now if Exalt can make something happen here. This is such a cluster of a game, not gonna lie. Everyone running around here in the open trying to make something happen. It's really, really chaotic as Molodok tries to get to safety. 8C racks up his kill number 5. And FUT Esports, that's their 10th kill of this round. So even though they get 1 point in the last 2 games combined, this time around they're able to rack up a ton.
Definitely. Maybe there is some more for them in this game. I say that, but depending on, I mean, Blood is down. It depends how much angles it's just going to go. But next circle is going to decide a lot as well. Either way, HOWL, don't want to let them not be talked about, because they still have a big split going on in that div. And they've had that for quite some time. Quickly want to shift your eyes on towards that. Unless DA makes a big play on towards that, which I think they're now trying to. They have a good saying in this as well.
Yep, they sure do. As well as DA approach this from how do they enter this circle. We have a lot of solos occupying what is the next circle. Nate C on the other side here, trying to stay put as well. I think right now DA is just gonna try and see how much damage they can do to HOWL before eventually making their rotation themselves. They do have smoked out vehicles down below, but they could try and drive down and play on. So we'll see. How long are they willing to take shots here, trying to suppress HOWL?
Yeah, with that circle shift, DA also got a lot of playing room up on that southern side, so they can almost stay on the road. And that's going to give them a hell of a lot of opportunity in terms of getting kills. You can see they're literally staying on the road, shooting everything that is moving, and they're getting the frags too.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like they should have maybe gathered a couple of rocks down there earlier. Now they have to rotate, and without all of the players being full HP, they're not having a whole lot of cover. Look at this, they're rotating in. HOWL has got the angles on them, but Lero somehow returns one, and Lazar goes down. They still got one up on the ridgeline. Maybe he can make something work. Leren, that's the key player, that's the Joker, but he gets taken down by Hurricane, and it's only a flash, it's not a nade. HOWL is still in this.
Spotted in the middle of the open as Matt now prones down once again, and this is allowed for ADR to now start spreading out on the northern side. They don't have a whole lot to work with, but look at the little ridge that they do have, and it's just enough for them to make something happen here.
Maybe I underestimated 180. Ahmed opens it up. Mitralius goes down. Suddenly it's a 2-man only from DA. And as you said, they didn't take enough space early on, and that is paying. But they have to pay the price dearly now.
Yeah, Bitfix still has a play up and alive as well. Can't count out physics just yet. Finds for Pubg. The flush will come over the map as the HOWL finds kill number 2. With how much they've been in the action so far, only finding 2 kills is pretty wild, but goes to show the chaos they've been unfolded through. And now DA out in 4th. Bitfix instantly there to follow. 2v2, make that a 2v1 as Lassa peeks on over once again. Do they know the position of Hurricane? You'd have to imagine. I think Lassa just saw him. Yes, knows exactly where his headshot. Confirmed. Body shot to follow. Finds him, and HOWL in desperate times finally able to turn things around. We'll see. We'll see how the next shift goes, as James is able to find one, and I think now realize that there's an entire team next to him. He finds the second, though, as well. As Goose feels the pain, and James finds a double. See them flying around, also seeing them getting shut up by like half the server. We'll see if they end up getting taken out in the air, or if they actually make it somewhere. They're forced to land in the middle of the open. That is not where you want to be, having no vehicles to hide behind.
I love it, though. I feel like that was the only try for them. The only real opportunity in this game. And look at that. James and FaZe both making it into their own. Maybe there's potential for a move on towards BBL. Maybe a good nade as the next one goes down. That's another nade coming in from Orgless. One nade from James could steal all of it. But it's going to be Orgless shutting it down beforehand. And BBL gets eliminated in absolutely last place.
They know that they have one sat on the other side. And now with Hicks inside, Lyra needs all the help he can get.
Yeah, he really does. Look, FaZe is even pushing up on this compound. They heard this. James, this is such a smart place. He heard the fight. He heard the fight. He wants to get in on the action. Mitralius is still kind of thinking about what kind of entry he wants to see. He sees James, but James gets the headshot. Mitralius goes down. There is still something to say about in terms of FaZe Clan in game number 6 of day number 2. Has been holding that north side during pretty much the complete game so far. They will continue to do so as Exalt leaves it. And is this going to be the breach on BFG? It does look like it. I mean, it's a breachable compound, but it's not as easy as if everyone is just shooting at you. But Vectis gets the entry. That is caught off guard in the open here. And this is cleanup. This is as easy as it gets for Twisted Minds, who have just annihilated Exalt.
But wrap further around. I would actually kind of love to see them do that, not go for the building at all, but now they smoke it to push up on it, so that's not exactly the strat they're trying to utilize. Bugger, though, is able to find one, so a little bit of help coming through from the other side.
Great stuff, that's exactly what he needed, otherwise Levante would have been knocked down. But that also means it's another knock against the way of Orgless, who've already cleaned up quite a bit. Push and shoot, actually, now that I say it. Completely eliminated 5 kills and counting for Orgless.
More effectively than I thought it was going to be. But they still only take 1 casualty, so they end up the world.
That's just not what you want to see happen now. How in that position losing a play. But that's the fight I was talking about. That northern side, there is no way for these teams to coexist as much as they do right now. 80 gets one, even inside of Busha and Wubuki. The big I wouldn't want to say hard carry, but the big carry inside fights at least for them has just been taken down. But Part has just arrived too, and the utility is coming in.
18 goes down to blue. Able to crawl out of this building, get to safety. No one's really in position to flush him out right now. Beamy finds a knock though, so FUT Esports has to figure, do we want to go aggressive on this, or should we just buy a little more time and go for the safe res on 80? I think the decision is pretty easy to call here. Get the res up on 80, get him back into the action, and then make the aggressive push towards Pot afterwards.
Definitely. And as you can see, it's just a matter of time at this point. Ping is taken out by T-Bone. Once again, it's not surprising anymore. It is not surprising at all that he opens things up again and again and again. Good flash against Vard. Gonna leave him a bit of space. They do have the blue zone advantage a little bit, but as long as FUT doesn't completely waste the opportunity of hitting these shots, and they don't, FUT should win this. And yeah, as they do. Quick cleanup against Part. They're down to the dip. No chance for them.
Yeah, I should say that. Here comes Bitfix. It's been very quiet for them. They haven't been wanting to kind of flex out of this building at all up until this point. But now finally they do take us. Able to find T-Bone mid-air. And 8C not having any smokes here. That could really end up being them going down because of it. And now Ascend a full speed sending it down the hill on the backside of this. I think they saw Bitfix leave the compound and therefore they're driving full speed down the hillside. But the timing is off. And now I think it's just Mika left alive.
Let's see. Oh, Lazar's actually got a great spot. I didn't even think about that. Lazar, by walking outside of the current safe zone, he might just get an angle on some of these Twisted Minds players. But Spiro has found it. And we'll cover his team for now. Now the smokes are coming out. 8 is going to tell Tecton. Tekken Z, even he has got more impact than BFG would like to. And you said it. You can't leave a player like 8 alive on the edge like this.
Nope, really can't. Patulans now falls. Instantly Bitfix is there to follow. HOWL now with the man advantage, able to sweep up, able to push on forward. They have not had to use any utility at all this game up until this point. So now, able to spread out, able to cross on over, but you cannot get too greedy. You cannot try and claim this one before it's yours to claim. As I say that though, Matt continues the wrap around, but once these smokes fade, he is going to be very far out in the open. There is a bit of a slant to the roadside though, so they might be able to prone on down here, but they need to find some cover too, in case Twisted Minds and Bitfix start shooting back.
This is so interesting. Look at HOWL's look at what HOWL is doing. They're actually playing up on the street, even though they have a complete ridgeline, but they could be safe behind. They want to take the fight towards these players left alive, and they've got great angles from all the way down towards the east, Apocalypse, and obviously Lazar all the way to the left. So it's going to be interesting seeing how this is going to work out. Still more pressure being put on towards Twisted Minds. Salty finds Spiro on the lurk, and suddenly it's only Salty and Lou left alive. And with HOWL looking to clean this one up, they're pushing.
I mean, this is exactly how HOWL set it up. They pressure the left side, allowing or forcing for Twisted Minds and Bitfix to fight one another, but you cannot take these guys out easily, and Lou shows them right there. Matt goes down, but still, I mean, with 3 alive on HOWL, you'd have to imagine they survive this one through to the end. One more down, that's Twisted Minds out. Now the last Bitfix player has been spotted. Physics falls down. Only Salty left alive.
And it should be cleaned up easily. Shots coming in. Schofield shuts it down, and it's going to be HOWL with another chicken dinner. 9 kills in the back, and sure, the zone had some impact in this one.